Bliss, everyone. Bliss. Bliss Marie. Oh man, I am having such a powerful day spiritually. I feel like I'm getting messages like crazy today. I just wrote like so many like notes just in 5 minutes, asking spirit for messages for this full moon, and just a lot of stuff came through, so I'm super excited to share it with all of you. We are in a full moon in Virgo. Today is the 19th of February, and it's 2/19/2019, so a lot of 19s in here, a lot of 9s as well. And if you caught my YouTube reading, my live YouTube reading for the week on Sunday, then you know the significance of the 19s that I spoke about. We'll talk a little bit more about it today as well, since today is the 2/19/2019 day. And I'm just going to let you all kind of join together here as you all collectively get ready for this full moon experience. Thank you so much for joining me here. I am Rissa Vibes, aka Readings by Rissa, and if you haven't met me yet or you haven't seen any of my readings yet, welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is such a fun time that we all get to share our energy together, hold space together for the full moon. I also do new moon readings and weekly readings on my YouTube, and we just get to hold space as a collective, all with the like-minded intention to tap into the vibration and the energy of this full moon and understand what it means for us and how we can navigate it intuitively and smoothly throughout our experience in it. So that's what we're here for. Comment below on how you're feeling this week and how, if you were able to see the weekly reading, how it's been resonating with you throughout the week. Comment below, just tell me how you're doing, tell me how your week's going, and I will get nice and situated here with you all. You might hear my little dog in the background. His name is Gio. He's super sweet, but he's very excited whenever I do a reading. He is definitely an empath, and he definitely gets all hyper. So if you hear him running around, that's him, okay? Brandon Martin says, do you condone marijuana? Yes, I do. But you don't need my permission. But I do support it. I do support medical marijuana and marijuana use. I just always talk about being balanced and really using it for the right reasons. And for me, I use medical marijuana to help just keep myself at a level with anxiety when I'm in those really anxious moments and I'm not able to handle everything all at once, or I just feel a little bit of rise of energy. It just helps me kind of stay mellow in that. But I also use it for pain. I get back pain really bad, sometimes lower back pain, if I'm not on top of it or if I'm doing a lot. And I'm a very on-the-go person, so you know, that's just my personal reasons for using it. But I also have had experiences in the past with other drugs like narcotics and things like that, where I've definitely experienced addiction. So I know my boundaries, I know my limits, I know how to balance, and I don't tap into any of the narcotics or drugs that I did before. I'm 9 years sober off of any narcotics, so very proud of that. But with marijuana, I don't consider it a drug. I consider it a medicine from the earth, an herb from the earth that has actually a lot of ancestral and ancient civilization uses and tribal uses of the medical marijuana plant, or cannabis, I should say, not even marijuana. Most people in that industry would say cannabis. I'm not that strict on it, but some people are. But yeah, so I believe in the healing properties of the plant. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Wanna dance GT? I'm so excited too. What's up? Oh man, anybody else? How are we all doing? What's up, Anna Marie? Good to see you, love. All right. So, Blanca, I see you. Natural Mommy, hi. So good to see you. Ah, love being there, Mom. Hi, hon. It's good to see you. Hi, Masa. It's so good to have you all here. Hi, Caitlin. Definitely feeling a lot of potent, high vibrational energies this week. Yes, Caitlin, you're feeling the activations coming already, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I definitely hear you all. I'm super excited. I want to talk about the energy because I feel it too. So today is 2/19/2019, full moon in Virgo. We're here. We're ready. It's all about completion. Okay, so let's go over the 19 real quick in case you missed my weekly reading. And if you didn't miss it and you already saw it, we can talk about it anyway. So 19 is so important because 9 is all about completion. It's all about really ending things that are finally over, really finishing them off, moving on, and just letting those endings complete, right? And a lot of us have had a lot of endings recently, or just residual endings, I like to call them. Endings that we think are over, but then they kind of creep back up and say, hey, there's still some more work to do here, and then they move on. So that's a lot of what's been going on recently, especially since we're still in this new aspect of the year. We had a lot of completions in 2018, but sometimes we have some residuals, or we have some follow-up completions from the things that we ended in 2018 that result in kind of a domino effect of some other things ending in the beginning of the year. So that's what we're really experiencing right now. So anything that's ended for you, or anything that feels like it's ending for you, maybe it hasn't fully completed yet, but you're still in the process of it ending. This can also be emotional endings where you're cutting emotional cords or energetic cords with relationships or people or circumstances of the past. It can be emotional endings as far as you're ending this sense of defeat in a situation, or you're ending your impatience, or you're ending a part of you, a immature aspect of you, or a shadow aspect of you. You're finally closing the door on that. Whatever it is, these endings are so divine, and that's where the 1 comes in. So the 9 is the ending, the completion. The 1 is the divinity of it, the intuitive aspect of it, the higher vibrational aspect of it is coming through with this 1. And when you bring the 1 and the 9 together, that's when you get new wisdom, new spiritual growth, new inspiration, and amazing new opportunity, and new levels of spirituality and spiritual awakening. So we're all feeling that right now. Now the endings, just to really talk about that for the sake of really drilling in what kind of endings and what we want to really make sure we're completing and closing the door on. We want to complete all of the things in our body that give us tension. I did a couple of videos already this week on my IGTV about releasing the pain body. This is a universal message and can really be exercised for any ending or any completion that you have recently experienced, by allowing yourself to focus in on that ending and notice if you have any painful energy come through, any tinges of pain. This can be emotional pain, physical pain. Maybe you get a little shock or a tug or pull, or you feel like a dagger's in your heart when you think about something. Whatever it is, you want to notice that feeling, that pain body, and you want to release it. Releasing it by honoring the feeling in a sacred, safe space with your spirit guides and with your connection with your higher self in a meditation, or wherever you can go that feels sacred to you. And releasing the pain body by really forgiving yourself for holding on to that pain body, and forgiving whatever the circumstance and whatever the person or situation it was that created the pain body. And that forgiveness doesn't mean that you're accepting it for the sake of saying it's okay that this happened to me, or that it's that is a acceptable thing to have happened to someone. It's not to say that. It's just, the forgiveness is all about allowing yourself to really accept the reason for that situation happening in your life, and the reason for you having that relationship with whoever it was, or your relationship to that awareness of the situation that was ending. Whatever it is, you're forgiving the situation by acknowledging its purpose. Acknowledging its purpose is where you want to be. And when you acknowledge its purpose, you understand why it happened from the sake of a higher perspective, a higher mind perspective. That's when you're able to really tap into the complete healing that comes with this full moon in Virgo. So talking about that complete healing. We're talking about that ego, releasing of ego and releasing of tension in the body and in the spirit. All right. We're also going into ego from the sake of parts of yourself that are attacking others, arguing with others, resisting others, belittling others, or yourself. This can be yourself as well. These are the parts, so not just pain body. We just talked about releasing the pain body, just to give you a heads up of why I'm shifting into something else. So talking about the pain body, that's part of releasing. Also releasing the ego from the shadow side perspective of the ego. We're releasing parts of us that attack others or ourselves. A lot of us self-attack. Parts of us that argue or debate, argue in the sense of I need to be right, I am better than you are at this, I know more than you are than you do at this. Whatever it is, this sense of hierarchy, that we're not equal, that you have a sense of just a sense of hierarchy over someone, that you have to be right, that sense of arguing. Also, we do this within ourselves as well. Sometimes we argue two sides of ourselves. If you're a Gemini, I am too. I know that, how that goes. Also, Pisces do this as well because they are the two fish. They have a lot of that dualistic aspect to them as well. So if you tend to argue yourself, notice that. Notice if your spiritual brain or mind is arguing more of your earthly energy or human aspect, and you want to notice that, or your egoic mind, and really pay attention. And then anything that resists the flow of energy, the natural flow of energy. That is a really big message for this full moon, is if you're noticing you're resisting the natural flow of an ending, then you need to release that resistance and allow for that ending to complete. If you're noticing you're resisting anything in the flow of energy in your life, notice that and release that sense of resistance, because when you do, you'll enter a state of healing, a complete state of healing with this full moon energy. And don't belittle yourself on the way or others, okay? Making sure you're not beating yourself up, making sure you're not just being demeaning towards yourself or others because of your endings or your completions or the purging that might come with it. Remember, anytime we have an ending, anytime we complete something, we usually are emotionally purging. We're usually purging verbally as well. We usually vent everything that we didn't like about that thing once it ended, even though we never really intended to say that in the first place. But now that it's ending, we just want to word vomit everything that we hated about that experience, or maybe we word vomit everything that we loved about that experience. Noticing what we are spewing, what we are purging, and emotionally, and just allowing it to be part of the process, and knowing how to just have balance in it and to find grace in it is really important. But that release has to happen, and if we don't release it, we can't enter the healing, okay? So purging is normal. Allow it. That's the biggest message on that part. So far we've talked about the completion of things, creating new wisdom, and entering ourselves into a new spiritual activation. Our complete healing of endings from that wisdom and awareness and forgiveness of the situation by releasing the pain body, releasing the shadow side of the ego, and also purging any other ways, releasing any other ways. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. And we also want to release tension in the body, tension between our muscles and our joints. We have tons of tension in our muscles, so this can be a really great time to get a massage, to go out and maybe soak in the hot tub and breathe and take some nice deep breaths and imagine that energy and tension releasing out of the muscles and out of the body. This can also be a great time for releasing tension in the digestive tract, because Virgo is an earth sign, and all earth signs are really related to the way in which we digest things. It's our grounded energy, our connection to earth, and we eat. Our eating is our connection to earth, our ability to fuel this earth body vessel that we have. So whenever you are able to do things that will be deliberate in that kind of healing or purging, that can really help activate more of that release for you. So if any of that's resonating with you, make sure you go do something for yourself that will allow you to release more tension wherever you feel like you're carrying it. If you're carrying it in your muscles, maybe you carry your tension in your stomach, maybe you carry it in your throat or in your voice, maybe you take a day of silence, because you speak a lot or have to speak a lot, or you carry a lot of tension there. Maybe you also release tension by going out into nature and imagining yourself really rooting into the ground. This is the other part of the message that I got before I joined here on this live, was that we all should be doing this, that we should all be releasing our roots, our energetic roots into the earth for this full moon, imagining ourselves moving our energy from our spine, our freeway of energy, which is our spine. We allow that energy to extend down out through our spine and down into the earth like roots from a tree, the tree of life that we are, and we feel into the earth connection. And when we do that, we rejuvenate from the earth. We allow ourselves to not only release any tension that we've been holding in our body and in our being, we release it into the earth, but we also allow for the earth energy and the light of the earth to move up into those roots and to rejuvenate us and to give us new life and new energy to our branches and to our leaves, so that we can feel full and vibrant again. And that's what we're really feeling into with this Virgo full moon, okay? Told you there's a lot of messages, so I'm going quick because they're giving it to me quick, but I hope you guys are good and you're keeping up. I'm giving you a second right now to take a breath. Okay. All right, another part of it, so that was actually perfect segue because I wanted to talk about connecting with the earth force energy, which was something that I got before we tapped in here, and it's charging with the earth energy. We have a strong connection. Sorry, that's my dog. Gio, move. He just laid down next to me. He just laid down and knocked the tripod. Okay, go lay down, Bubba. I know you were laying, but not here. Go on. Okay, so connecting to the earth energy. We are super connected to earth because this is our earth vessel. Like I said, this is our connection to earth. We're actually really spirit. We're actually just etheric energy vibrating really intensely inside of this body, but we're not actually this body. This body is just what happens to be our connection to this earth, our vessel for this earth, so that we can walk and talk and breathe and interact on this earth from a perspective of a body. So because of that, we are really wanting to call upon the earth. Usually we call upon the moon to release energy into the moon for the full moon, but this time we really want to call upon the earth and release energy into the earth and allow the earth to rejuvenate and refuel us by using the earth force energy that it has. The earth carries earth force energy of creation, which is really great for this week. If you saw my weekly reading on Sunday, it's all about, towards the ends of the week after this full moon, it's all about inspiring new imagination, new inspiration, new wisdom, and that is really coming from that creative essence of the earth energy that we're going to be tapping into tonight, okay? Now, a couple of things that I talked about, or that I wrote down for examples on how to tap in more to the earth. If you're near hot springs, that can be an amazing way to connect to the earth. Gia, lay down. It can be an amazing way to connect to the earth because Pisces is connected to this Virgo full moon as well. The sun is in Pisces, so that's why it's connected. So right now the sun is in Pisces, the moon is in Virgo, so we want to use some of that water energy of Pisces with that earth energy. So hot springs can be an amazing spiritual experience if you go meditate in a hot spring and allow yourself to really connect with that elemental energy. Also, mountain climbing and connecting with the mountains in any way can be really great as well to connect with that earth energy also. Going hiking near water as well can be really beautiful. And then if you're not close to nature and you're having a hard time connecting with nature, maybe you're in a busy city, I also suggest getting a plant or a living plant or some living flowers that you can bring into your home and start tending to, watering every day, speaking to and singing to if you're into that. It can be really beautiful to connect with your plant in that way. And that way you're connecting with energy, the earth energy. You're also giving back some nurturance and care to new life from the earth, and you're also rejuvenating from that connection as well. Remember, the beginning of the week, the card for the beginning of the week on my weekly reading was give back. So we can give back to the earth as well by thanking the earth, sending it appreciation and caring for it, and growing new earth and growing new plants from the earth as well. So we can garden or bring a plant into our home and start tending that and tending to those seeds as well. It's a great time for that. Okay. Also, last thing on that, roots and ancestral connections are really strong right now with this full moon in Virgo because of that earth energy. And the earth energy in Virgo is really about support and about habits and kind of processes of conditioning. So this can be habits of ancestral patterning. This can be different gifts and trades that were passed down from generation to generation. This can also be connections, spiritual connections that were made from generation to generation, or different kinds of ties that are really heightened in spirituality and spiritual essence. So this can be a really fun time to dive into your roots and your ancestral line and ask questions to your elders in your family, or research it fully to see where you come from and how those connections might be still present in your life even if you weren't conscious of it. That can be really fun. Or how you can tap into it now that you are conscious to it. Okay, so moving into the other aspect of the full moon in Virgo, we talked just now about the completion aspect. Now we're moving into more of the balance and the harmony aspect that comes from this transition of completion into wisdom. Now we want to find harmony. Harmony was the February monthly card for the yearly reading that I did for 2019 in the beginning of the year. The monthly card for February was harmony. So we're bringing in that essence of harmony right now as well with this transition from completions into new wisdom and divine reset. I talked about divine reset in my weekly reading as well, and this is really about allowing ourselves to become completely refreshed from the completions that we just had, and the complete healing that we get from this full moon with that, and the complete acceptance and surrender and release of pain, body, experience, and tension. Now we enter full harmony into our wisdom, into the spiritual aspect of those lessons that we learned and those completions that we had, and we're fully commencing our complete harmony and complete healing moving forward from this harmony. So the sun is in Pisces, I talked about. Pisces is also really in charge of compassion and spirituality, empathy and flow, and that's what's going to represent our movement forward. The sun is all about movement forward. So with this sun in Pisces, it's about moving forward with compassion. I talked about compassion in my IGTV video with this pain body part 2 that I did today. And that is really important for us to start to adopt compassion. Once we've gotten rid of the pain body, we've released that tension, now it's time to embody compassion by recognizing that we are all very similar, noticing the similarities instead of the differences between one another, the similarities to what you want versus what you have in your circumstances, noticing, you know what, I might not have the exact place that I want, I might not be living in the exact location I want or with the exact home I want, but at least I have these things that I know I've always wanted, and I have this, and I'm really appreciative of that, and I find compassion and balance and acceptance and divine appreciation for the things that you have. So that's really important, and going with the flow, feeling into the divine flow of spirit, noticing where you run into places where you start to get resistant again, because now that you've released the pain body and released tension and resistance, you start to notice where you've been building the resistance, or where you've been meeting the resistance or having the resistance from things that have occurred in your life. So then you notice that, oh wow, like I get really resistant every time this happens. Now I'm realizing it because I've released the resistance, so now I notice that I'm definitely resistant here. So then you just want to be very accountable for yourself and go with the flow of that, noticing that you're not going to resist it this time. Instead, you're going to allow that thing to happen, and you're just going to go with the flow of whatever it was that you were normally resistant in. Also, this is action on our vision. This will eventually unfold. Sorry, my brain was moving faster than my mouth. This will eventually unfold as new imagination and action on our vision. So allowing ourselves to tap into a deeper, more detailed version of our vision. We have a lot of detailed energy with this full moon as well. Tons of focus on the minor details, the fine-tuning aspects of our vision, and the imagination, being able to be expansive with the imagination in ways that we've never been before, which has a lot to do with being detailed, being able to pinpoint all of the little aspects of the vision that matter as well, not just the grand scale, but the grand scale with the grand amount of detail as well. All right, a little bit more on the divine reset now that we talked about the harmony and transition into it. That's what we want to focus on. So we want to focus on compassion, empathy, the flow, and spirituality, and the imagination and action on vision. And then for the divine reset, the actual divine reset moving forward from this full moon. This full moon is bringing us the divine reset. On the other side of it, our divine reset looks like going into the unknown. It looks like entering a new phase. It looks like a big shift in our life and unexpected changes that produce massive new experience. Also, strong movement forward and excitement. So that's really what, and new bravery. Okay, new bravery, new courage, new boldness, new confidence. That's really what our divine reset looks like. So knowing that we may not have all the answers because we are going to be reset in a lot of things. So we may not know much about what our reset looks like specifically because we are moving into the unknown. We are having new bravery and new courage and new boldness moving forward with it. And we're staying strong in our movement forward with this new confidence from the wisdom we've gained from the release and the endings that we've endured. And the entering of the new phase is going to be a huge part of what we do in our life. We're entering not just a new energy, but a new phase meaning a new level. So we're masters now, we're more wise, we're more aware of ourselves and the way that we handle these cycles of activation and purging and releasing and how we really behave in those ways. So now we're entering a new phase of awareness and spiritual activation that gives us a harmony and a healing that is complete instead of feeling still empty a little bit after a healing or a purging. So last thing I'll talk about before we go into zodiacs, and then we'll be done for the night. The last thing I wanted to talk about is graceful communication. Graceful communication is going to be the biggest factor of success in all of our aspects of life with this full moon in Virgo. If we can really adapt and adopt graceful communication into everything that we do, graceful communication with ourselves in our movement forward into that divine reset of the unknown, also graceful communication with others if we're still ending things or if we're still needing to speak or react or express through some endings there. Divine graceful communication is going to be essential for that, where you're not lying or shying away from details, where you're being completely honest and completely upfront about things, but you're having compassion and you're having kind of a sense of grace and sensuality and what's another word? Softness to the way you speak about something, a kind of fluid flow that is easy and beautiful and elegant, an elegant type of communication of things, and being elegant with the communication of yourself, making sure that you're not self-deprecating and treating yourself really poorly within your mind and speaking negatively to yourself, communicating to yourself gracefully too. That's what's really going to help us feel fully into that complete healing and continue into our divine reset, okay? All right. Take a couple deep breaths, everyone. That was a lot of energy and information. Yeah, feels good. What's up, everyone? I'm saying hi to you all because I haven't had a chance to say hi in a second. That was a ton of info. What's up, Susan Beat? What's up, Deep Breaths? What's up, Paula? I love your post, by the way, Paula. I think I'm saying it right. Please tell me if I am. What's up, Goddess Aphrodisiac? What's up? Megan, hey. Lupita, all these people, amazing. So nice to see you all. April Nicole, shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just checking to see if any of you had any questions or comments while I was talking. Hi, Cosmic Consciousness. Good to see you, brother. All right. Cool. Everybody's good. All right. So now let's go ahead and move into, I just wanted to check in with everybody so everybody's good. Thank you for being here. What's up, Pafuro? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to channel some messages for each of the signs, the zodiacs, and then we will allow us all to enter ourselves into our own meditative practice for the full moon. I encourage you to check out the Unicorn Goddess on Instagram. Her blog, theunicorngoddess.com, has some amazing moon ritual practices that are great for any moon. So definitely check out that, because she is so amazing and she shares some really great tips for that. So I encourage you to pull some moon rituals from that and enjoy your full moon tonight with just a lot of love, really focusing on completing those energies, ending the completions, ending the situations that aren't serving you anymore, that you know are coming to a halt. Just maybe meditate on releasing those things fully and feeling the energetic release of it, releasing the tension. Like I talked about, check out the IGTV videos that I posted about releasing the pain body and also how to prevent the pain body. And that was part 2 for today. So check those out. That'll help you release. Also some more information on my YouTube video as well that I posted on Sunday for the weekly reading. Those are just some ideas for helping you move forward in this full moon for practice wise, okay? But let's tap into the zodiacs here real quick. Everybody take some nice deep breaths if you haven't already, just allowing yourself to center in as I focus in on this energy here. And I did write down some notes for everyone for zodiacs, but I want to tune in right here in the present moment for the collective. So I'm going to start with the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. You are stable, you are secure, and you are here to provide compassionate understanding of all who are around you and are seeking to feel the support and strength of your roots, your natural roots, and who are looking to you for guidance and healthy habits that are beneficial for their path and their healing. So earth signs, you are a guide this full moon. You are here to bring people more into their body by being aware of the habits that work for them and don't, allowing them to feel healed in the ways that are balanced and rejuvenating to their body. And also, this is important for you earth signs who may feel out of balance, to get this healing and to also find ways in which you can send your roots down and ground into your own natural ways to heal yourself and your body, your intuitive ways of healing. This is intuitive patterns and behaviors in your daily life with exercise and fitness. It's also with eating habits and with your ability to connect with nature and with the natural flow of creative energy in the world. So earth signs, if you are healthy and feeling balanced, it is your duty here to allow support, provide support for your friends and family, co-workers and other beings, even animals that are calling on more energy from you and support from the creative energy and the earth force energy within. And if you are out of balance, earth signs, call onto the earth force energy of the earth, of Mother Gaia, for more support here. And also notice ways from your other earth sign friends, ways in which you can pull in more of this earth force energy within you. So that's for the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns of the world, really allowing yourself to feel fully into your healing and noticing your habits and your observations. Really everything that we spoke about in the beginning of this reading really applies to you, earth signs. Okay, water signs. Oh, a couple other things I said here that I wrote down before this was earth signs are supportive, graceful, charming, and rooted right now. So all of those words as well are really big parts of your characteristics right now. Supportive, graceful, charming, and rooted. Okay, water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios. Your flow of movement is like the rapids. It is intense in areas, but also intensely progressing forward in a somewhat graceful way at times, despite the turbulence or chaos. If you're feeling any kind of imbalances or disruptions in your path, water signs, that are not feeling good to you, allow yourself to ease into a natural flow within your being. When you meditate or allow yourself to breathe and focus on your natural rhythm of breath or your natural rhythm of vibration. When you do that, you will instantly begin to slow down not only your inner body and your inner flow, but also the outer flow that may feel too chaotic for you to handle. This can be a really amazing practice, not just for this time in the full moon in Virgo, but for other times when things feel too intense and when the rapids feel like they are out of your control. Notice though, water signs, that any energy or any circumstance that feels intense for you, notice if that intensity is actually harming you, because most of the intensity that you are feeling in this moment for this Virgo full moon is not harmful. It is actually progressing forward in a healthy way, though it just may be a little bit more intense or fast or chaotic than you would anticipate. It's not to say that it is harming you or negative. So don't pinch yourself off from energy by thinking that you can't handle the intensity just because you're not used to it. Make sure you observe it and feel into whether or not these intense changes or chaotic energies are actually benefiting you. If that rapid movement forward is in fact leading you to a positive outcome, then allow yourself to ride the rapid and enjoy the waves and enjoy the scenery and ride and flow with it. Do not try to resist that flow. Let it be you. Know that you are the rapid, you are the water energy, and therefore you can easily merge into that energy by relaxing and releasing any resistance to it. So that's for the water signs. My Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. Also, the words I wrote down was flowing, empathic, and intense. Okay. Oh yeah, natural mommy, I hear you. Yeah, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Okay, air signs. Let's tap in here with my Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius. Okay, air signs, it's all about body healing for this full moon, really taking time to rest and retreat and relax when necessary, allowing your body to heal, to cleanse. This can be through fast or through specific kind of dietary restrictions or cleansing. Chakra cleansing as well for the body can be really beautiful for air signs. Right now, the body is needing this reset for the sake of harmonizing it with more of the spiritual energy that is being activated. The spirit in the air signs is being activated really intensely, but the body has to catch up for it to fully feel into that activation. So that's where we're at right now with the air signs, is that the body needs to catch up. And even some of the emotional bodies of the air signs are a little bit out of whack, and mental bodies. These aspects of ourselves that are feeling too focused on control and not in the flow of the way in which our body wants to flow. Instead of it's getting ahead of itself. Even in this transference, even in this energy right now, the mind wants to move faster than the mouth does. And so this is a very strong sign and symbol of that air sign connection right now, where things are wanting to move faster than they actually are needing to for the sake of complete healing and harmony with the body. And this can be mental body and emotional body. So ways in which you can tend to the mental body is to allow yourself to release thought, take moments to clear your head, go walk outside, enjoy the present moment, enjoy ways to connect with what's going on right then and there without thinking too much about anything else. No distractions, allowing yourself to center in the breath and cleanse the breath and cleanse the body with the breath. Also massage, baths, long baths as well can be really healing for the body, and any other type of holistic healing for the body will be really beneficial. And rest is huge right now for air signs. Air signs have been working hard, and they tend to forget how to self-care. So if you're one of those air signs, it's important for you to take the rest that your body is calling for. Also, if it's in your mental body, make sure to let those thoughts go. If you notice that you're anxious and you're overthinking too much, start meditating and relaxing. If your emotional body is out of whack, maybe you're holding too much weight or too much importance on emotions or the ways in which you react to emotions or things that trigger emotions. This can be things like you're feeling too sensitive than you feel like you should, or you're feeling resistance in the way your emotional body wants to express itself or purge itself or release. This is important for the earth signs to really allow the release and allow for the ways in which the emotional body is calling for healing. And then, like we said, the physical body, releasing any tension there and allowing it to rest and rejuvenate as necessary. So full body healing, not just physical, but emotional and mental as well for the air signs. And once that full body healing happens, then the spiritual activations after this full moon will fully activate the spirit of these air signs, and they won't feel as dense as they may feel right now. Okay, another word I wrote down for that one was balance and harmony for the air signs, okay? Oops, almost. Okay, last one, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire signs for this full moon in Virgo. All right, the fire signs are feeling also a little bit more dense than usual, but this density is not so draining as it is for the air signs. Instead, this density is allowing for a deeper connection to the formulating and the structures of what the fire signs want to complete and want to achieve right now. So this is really going to solidify the vision and start to bring in more of a blueprint for the vision, and also to bring more of the right habits and structures and the right resources needed and organization needed for the fire signs to be able to tap in fully to their vision and accomplish it. So fire signs, you're being encouraged to have more structure, more organization right now. You're being encouraged to create better habits that are going to really help solidify your achievements and the goals that you're desiring to achieve. The things that you really want to accomplish do take a certain level of commitment, a certain level of consistency, a certain level of organization for the sake of your progress. So if you aren't implementing those things now, then you won't see the changes you're wanting to see to take you to the next level in your vision. It's when you start implementing that organization, that structure, and that ability to feel into more of a physical aspect of your vision, that's when the vision will start to take more form and to really start giving you more back of what you want from it. And also, it's where you'll get more ideas and inspiration to continue formulating the vision into what it's meant to be. So continue on with that energy of opening up to new practices, new habits to form, new ways to support your vision, and new ways to support yourself. Healthier habits for your own well-being, not just in a sense of your goals, but in a sense of your being, in the sense of the ways in which you want to see improvement in your life. You want to start forming those habits to see that improvement. It's not just going to fall into place on its own. It's going to take some more action from you in order for that energy to react to you and continue formulating that vision as it's meant. Okay, so that's for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, okay? What crystals are good for air signs? Opalite, sorry, I'm responding to you, Levine. Opalite is really good for air signs right now for that balance and harmony. Super, super big. Thank you, April. I love you. You're so sweet. So opalite for air signs, really great. Let's see if I can give one for everybody. Supportive energy for the earth signs, the rooted energy. Crystals for earth signs would be Petrified wood, which is not really a crystal, it's like a wood. Really great to connect with ancestral energy too, and just the roots of the earth. Also, red jasper, really great for rooted, grounded energy. Water signs, some good crystals for water signs. I'm getting, oh, it's telling me to search for one of them. Which one do you want me to get? For water signs. Oh. Howlite. They're saying howlite for water signs. My guides are saying howlite for water signs. Also, flowing empathic intense. Yeah, howlite. They're saying howlite for balance and for a little bit more grounded energy for that. Also, ocean jasper is really good for water signs. Ocean jasper, you can see it. Pretty cool. And I said air signs, opalite. And then for fire signs, for that dense energy and that structure, I'm getting citrine, but also, hold on, they're taking their time. Bloodstone. Bloodstone is really good for you. Fire signs as well, to tap into more of that earth energy and that structure, okay? All right, does anybody else have any questions or anything else they need? If not, I am so happy that you're here, and thank you so much for joining me. Organic Love, my new music video, is out now. If you haven't seen it, it was released on Valentine's Day. Please, please, please share it, play it often, send it to any big places that you feel like would put it somewhere awesome or want to use it for something cool, any podcasts or blogs or websites that take video submissions. Hit me up if you think you know one that would like the video, and I will be happy to submit it. If you don't feel like submitting it or you want to submit it, then cool, let me know and I can give you the info, whatever you want to do. But I want to get it out there. I want this organic love to spread. I want to watch them as they react to organic love. All right, so hopefully you saw that music video and you love it and you can share it with some people. And if you're in Arizona, if you are actually in Arizona like I am, I have an amazing channeling event coming up on Saturday, this Saturday, February 23rd, from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in Scottsdale, Arizona at Abundance Space, where I will be channeling messages for the collective there and giving messages just like kind of how I do here with the zodiac signs, but giving messages to anybody asking questions that attends the event. And it's going to be really fun. It's my first channeling event in public, so it's going to be really, really exciting. I've done it for my friends, but not for other people. So yeah, it'll be cool. So join me there. I love you all. I'm so excited to join with you here every moon. Thank you so much for your love and support of all the readings that I do and all the guidance I give. Thank you for letting me be a light in your life, and thank you for being a light in mine. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful full moon. Make sure to go check out theunicorngoddess.com for some moon rituals from my lovely moon sister, my goddess sister, okay? Love you guys. And will it be streamed? Will the event be streamed? So I'm really trying to figure out how to stream the channeling event and still charge for ticket prices, because I'm holding it at a space, and so I have to charge for tickets. But if I can figure it out, I promise you I will post about it and I will let you know. It'll be posted in my story. I just have to have a couple conversations with people to try to see if technology-wise I can make it happen, and it'll work for the space. So I will let you all know. I know that you guys have been asking me that, so I will have an answer for you by tomorrow. I promise I will have an answer for you. So I will let you know about that event and if I can allow it to be streamed online for you all, okay? I love you all. Have a good one, and I will see you later. Bliss.